name is Erin Pettigrew, and I teach in the History and Arab Crossroads Studies programs at New York University, Abu Dhabi. And I'm simultaneously a co-PI for the Humanities Research Fellowships for the NYU Abu Dhabi Research Institute. And I'm working on this co-PI position with Natalie Pertz, and we have been tasked with a couple of different tasks. The primary one to me is increasing synergies between the postdoctoral fellows and the senior fellows and existing faculty at NYU Abu Dhabi. And we're doing that through a series of new events. But the other task that we're now having an inaugural event around is also cultivating an annual space for graduate students from all over the world to come for, at least for now, for a 3-day workshop where they're presenting their dissertation research in progress. The graduate research workshop, which this next year is going to take place in March of 2022, includes, at least for now, about 16 graduate students, all of whom are ideally past the examination stage for their fields, but who have not yet finished their dissertation. So that the idea is that we're bringing together students whose projects we and the committee think are representative of new directions in the field of Middle East studies, of the study of the Arab world, broadly construed. So we're very much including parts of Africa, parts of South Asia, Southeast Asia, the Gulf, and they come with a chapter length or article length draft of writing, and that they're paired with a NYU Abu Dhabi faculty member who will serve as a discussant, who will read this writing, and they'll have a significant amount of time dedicated to discussing their work, that writing, and how it fits into their larger research project with the other participants, whether they be other graduate students who have been invited to participate, or other NYU Abu Dhabi faculty, or the Humanities Research Fellows, if it's appropriate. Aside from the current programming that the Humanities Research Fellows engage in, mostly research workshops, research seminars, we have initiated a couple of new events. One is the thematic lecture series cluster, which will ideally provide the opportunity for between 1 and 3 Humanities Research Fellows to organize either one-off or a cluster of events in conjunction with an NYU Abu Dhabi faculty member, where they can invite researchers and scholars to come give talks either online now or at NYU Abu Dhabi. So that we're going to be beginning next year. Another event that we're going to hold on a weekly basis is a writing group session for 3 hours on Thursday afternoons. And the idea here is, because these Humanities Research Fellows are here to be doing some serious writing, but they might often feel isolated in doing so, that those who would like to can get together on Thursday afternoons for a 3-hour chunk of time and write together, and sort of create a sense of community around what is often a kind of isolating experience. And then the third primary series of events that we're organizing starting this spring is what we're calling a reading seminar. And so we're going to meet one of those Thursdays every month. And we're in those sessions, Humanities Research Fellows are invited, NYU Abu Dhabi faculty are invited to come having read a shared manuscript or a shared monograph, a shared book. And we have chosen 3 for the spring semester. And these are monographs that we see as new, important contributions to the field of the study of the Arab world. And so we will have a kind of seminar, hour and a half on Thursday afternoons, where we discuss those specific monographs and where they fit into the study of the Arab world. The other project that we're still defining and I think will be further elaborated is working on professional development, specifically for the postdoctoral fellows.
Yeah.
And so the idea there is that fellows are generally coming immediately or almost immediately out of graduate school and are working on their first book projects and might be preparing to teach for the first time, definitely to teach for the first time at this institution, but that we could have discussions, have workshops on publications, on first book projects and turning dissertations into books, and also on pedagogical sessions on how to teach the courses that they will ideally be teaching while they're in residence here.